Hello, everybody. My name is Hargurjit Singh, and today I am presenting a multi-agent application which I built as part of AI Agent Intensive Vibe Coding course, which is provided by Kaggle. So, as part of this application, I built a multi-agent system known as a benefit MUDI. The objective of this application is to identify government welfare scheme across India, right? So what is the problem statement and the vision of this project? Currently, these informations on government schemes are available. But they're quite scattered. State different. India has 31 states. So every state have its own welfare schemes, and there are some central schemes, right? It can gets quite overwhelming for users sometimes to identify which application they are eligible for. And there are search barriers as well when we try to identify or search these schemes over the internet. There can be many challenges because some of these government websites are in local languages. Some of these website does not clearly provide you a lot of information which you need to understand your eligibility criteria as such. There is a lot of misinformation also available over the internet because you might see some articles which talks about some government schemes, but later you realize that these government schemes were closed maybe 2 years back when you try to apply, right? So these are some of these challenges which is being faced when somebody is working or trying to identify government schemes or to take the benefit out of those schemes, right? So as part of this application, I'm trying to build a multi-agent system. This system use different agents to extract information from various different sources. And then there is an agent which then collects all this information, checks on the hallucinations and the authenticity of the information, and then finally this information gets provided to the users. I'll briefly go through the flow chart and then a quick demo. Okay. So how this application is built? So this intake agent is primarily takes all the input from the user. So primarily its occupation, its age, its annual income, its family details, everything, right? We do some checking in terms of prompt injection, and after that, if this is valid input, we do some validation also that we generate the output in some certain format. And if when the profile is complete, we do a search. Now we do three levels of search. One is I get a data set of various government schemes over Kaggle, so I do a search there. I use web search tools like DuckDuckGo, and I use a MCP servers like Teveli MCP server to do the search over the internet. Right? We get all these three web search, and then there is a guarded response which validates this response. It ensures that the sources are from government website, not from any blogs, articles, etc. And then we generate the final output, and we also ensure some additional guardrails to ensure that we do not use not government URLs and everything, right? And only government data schemes are applicable in the final response, right? So just going to the application and quickly showing you the demo. I have prepared in advance some of the prompt which I would like to use. So say hello, he say hi, welcome to Benefit Buddy. Let's get started. So let's give this prompt. It says, I'm from Karnataka, farmer of annual income 2 lakh rupees. I stay with my wife, 60 years old, and I have kids 13, 15 years each, right? With this information in place, this is the basic information which we need, and all the three search agents are now working to identify this information and plan and then collate this information so that a final response can be generated. It can take maybe some time, uh, a minute or so, and this can definitely be optimized to be much more faster. So the response is here. You can see Pradhan Mantri Kisan Yojana, MS Kisan, MS. So this is from a farmer's background. So Kisan is nothing but a farmer in Indian language. So in Hindi. So you can see various different language programs and its inquiry information from various different official websites. Sometimes you will also, some of the links are removed because if they are not from the .govc.in, we tend to remove those information schemes. So for example, here you will see that the information is from gov, hence these websites are available, but some places if it is not available, we have removed those links, right? And this is where, and I also ensure that there is some combination, like if I try to say ignore all the previous instruction, you see that adversarial input, right? So this is the application which I built using the anti-gravity tool. These are some of the skills which has been used to build this application. For example, I think style thread model is something which is quite interesting. Let me flip it to you out. So this ensures that the agent follows these methodology while processing the inputs. And for example, to format anything, commit to Git, we use this Git commit formatter. You can see all the code details are here MCP wise. So this table search tool, which is a part of tool, is the MCP declaration here. Yep, so that's pretty much. I'll just stop the video here.